James Loney reliving the Grand Slam home run. And then Matt Kemp following with a double, and DHL presents MLB Delivery Man as left-hander Sean Marshall, who appeared in 34 games, coming on for the Cubs. Fans, go to MLB.com to cast your vote for the 2008 DHL Presents MLB Delivery Man of the Year Award.
Well, Sean Marshall has a chance to be a real good hitter. As you see, he can't wipe the smile off James Loney's face. Marshall coming in, has a good curveball. That's his signature pitch. Also throws hard enough to keep you honest.
3-5 was his record with 27 relief appearances, and converted to a long reliever this year. Started 24 games as a rookie 2 seasons ago. Last pitch Sunday against the Brewers. Here is Blake DeWitt. 1 for 2, singled up the middle last inning. Ball one outside. So here's Ryan Dempster, who came in with 14 of his 17 wins at Wrigley Field, and driven from the mound after 4 2/3 innings. In close, nearly hitting DeWitt. Count is 2-0.
This game's always been the same. You just cannot tempt the baseball gods when you have a lead and you keep continuing to walk hitters. Yep. Somehow it's going to come back on you.
Sooner or later, somebody's going to make you pay, and it happened quickly. He was, Loney was down in the count 0-2.
Matt Kemp with the lead after the double. And the fastball on the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike to DeWitt. Hitting 7th in the Dodger order tonight. So 7 walks issued by Ryan Dempster. 2 singles before the Grand Slam homer by Loney. Over the ivy in center field. Fouled out of play.
This game's always been the same, Tony, hasn't it? Those first 2 strikes can be easy to get. It's that last one that's always the tough one.
Finishing the deal. That's exactly right. We talked about it. Manny Ramirez's bat, same thing. He jumped ahead 0-2 and tried to get him the chase. He wouldn't bite. He wouldn't bite. He wouldn't bite. He ends up walking. Ethier comes up to the plate. Same thing. Ends up walking.
Marshall checks Kemp, and the breaking pitch gets DeWitt on the strikeout. 8 men come up for the Dodgers in the 5th. 3 draw walks, but the big blow was James Loney's Grand Slam homer. And the Dodgers leading the Cubs now 4-2, middle 5th.
I'm Anderson Cooper from CNN. We've been all over the world again this year for a special investigation of the most urgent threats facing the planet. It's called Planet in Peril Battle Lines.
Let's save the shark.
And airs Thursday night, December 11th on CNN. We're reporting from the front lines of conflicts over natural resources and battles over energy. To do something, watch during Game 4 of the American League Championship Series here on TBS. There'll be a small challenge, and if a lot of you participate, you'll make a real difference, too.
Join Sharp in making energy-saving history. Turn your lights out during Game 4 of the ALCS. See how much energy we can save together by taking the Sharp Lights Out Challenge. To participate and learn more ways to save energy, visit tbs.com/lightsout.
It's the time of your life. You don't want to miss out on right here and now. There's so many.
When you think about it, there's so much in life worth celebrating. And beginning January, you're invited to join us at one of our parks on your birthday, absolutely free. Register your birthday now at DisneyParks.com. What will you celebrate at the place where dreams come true?
"28 laughs, 9 hugs, 52 smiles, 2 contented sighs, $0. A free day to take them all in, priceless. You could get free hotel stays and many other offers. Do you have a World MasterCard?
Shotgun.
Shotgun.
Oh, come on. We'll be in the car.
Always designated driver, and please drink responsibly.
The vest. The arm thingies. More arm thingies. But what if I wasn't around? Who would protect her from life's dangers? Like really shallow water.
Putting minds at ease for 150 years. Northwestern Mutual. Insurance, investments, ideas.
First baseman James Loney, whose grand slam home run put the Dodgers in front 4-2, and now we'll see how Derek Lowe pitches with the 2-run lead. Top of the order, Alfonso Soriano leading off and taking ball 1. Aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you've got to get DirecTV. 1-0 pitch. Soriano swinging and missing. 1-1. 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out and popped to short. Soriano, Fukudome, and Lee facing Derek Lowe. And swings at the slider. 1-2.
Well, just the same game plan by Derek Lowe, isn't it, Tony? I'm going to throw sliders till he tells me he's not going to swing it anymore.
That's absolutely right. You know, just because you got the lead now, nothing's going to change.
And Soriano strikes out to retire the first out here in the 5th inning. And talking with the Dodgers manager Joe Torre, said that he had a lot of chances. They went by the board early, and then they finally cashed in.
Well, Dick, you know, the one thing, we didn't get many hits, but we've been making Dempster work. I mean, we had a lot of walks. He got his pitch count up. You know, I was satisfied with the way we were going about it. He just happened to get the out when he needed to. He made a couple of good pitches with splits. Struck out Ethier before, but that was huge, and especially the first couple of swings he had.
Joe, it's got to give you a lot of satisfaction to start Derek Lowe with all that postseason experience in this game 1.
Well, you know, Ron, that's the one thing. You know, you played this game, you played it at a high level. You understand the comfort level for someone who keeps the game at a pace that you can manage, and I think Derek is that kind of guy.
And right now, Derek Lowe staked to a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 5th inning. He has struck out 5. And a shot off the glove of Casey Blake, and Kosuke Fukudome will be safe at first base. A hard shot, and Blake got handcuffed. And the Cubs have a runner on with 1 out.
The ball was hit extremely hard. I don't know if Blake was able to get his glove on this or not.
I think it got him right in the shin or the knee, in fact.
Got him right in the knee.
It's not the hardest play for the third baseman because it's an in-betweener. Can I get my glove all the way over there, or should I backhand it?
It's charged an error to Casey Blake.
Wow, that's a tough error.
So here is Derek Lee, and he becomes the tying run at the plate. Been on base twice tonight with a walk and a sharp single in the 3rd inning. Throw over to keep Fukudome close. He has 12 stolen bases in 16 attempts. We'll see how the Cubs play it here, but they have the heart of the order and Lee and Aramis Ramirez to follow. There's Ramirez, and Lowe, who has allowed 6 hits in this game, and all the runs coming on home runs. There's a pitch out, but Fukudome wasn't going. Count is 1-0. Joe Torre and Lou Piniella.
Well, not many times you just say that Derek Lowe has a perfect guy up there with Derek Lee because he's such an accomplished hitter, but he has grounded into 27 double plays this year. Sinker ball pitcher, that'd be the kind of guy you want to face.
Cubs got their 2 runs in the 2nd inning. Mark DeRosa's home run in the first row right down the right field line. And there is a strike. So Lowe with a good slider there, and it's 1-1.
People always think you get in double plays that you always get it on a sinker. That's not true. A lot of times you can get it on a slider because the hitter will try to pull that pitch.
Reaches out and hits it weakly to shortstop. There's a big cut by Lee, and it's 1-2.
A fastball that stayed straight. It didn't cut or run or anything. Just a straight heater on the inside corner.
Cubs batting in the bottom of the 5th inning. Throw to first. And Kosuke Fukudome getting back. Reached on an error. Cubs took a 2-0 lead in the second on the DeRosa 2-run homer, and then the grand slammer in the top of the 5th by James Loney, giving the Dodgers a 2-run lead. Missing outside, 2-2 to the Cub first baseman. Ramirez on deck for Chicago. So Derek Lowe, who has considerable postseason experience, 2-run lead on the road here, and a shot up the middle, and it's fielded by Furcal. Steps on second, throws to first for an inning-ending double play. And the Cubs are retired. We've completed 5 at Wrigley Field in Game 1, and the Dodgers lead the Cubs 4-2.
Parker. No first name. Some say she's the best thief in the world. Some say she's crazy. Lucky for me, she's both. Sometimes bad guys make the best good guys.
She's gone. Academy Award winner Timothy Hutton.
We provide leverage.
A daring new series this December only on TNT.
You deserve a meal made for men. Introducing Taco Bell's Big Box Meal. A Crunch Wrap Supreme, Burrito Supreme, Cinnamon Twist, a large drink, and featuring the new Volcano Taco. Eat like a man.
Turbo HD has Dolby Digital 5.1. It's fine, but I usually go for a 9 or a 10.
Call Dish Network and get 100% HD service for only $24.99 per month.
Okay, you got me. I go for like a 6.
You're in the market, but what do you want your numbers to add up to? Maybe a time-tested way to help reach your financial goals. At Oppenheimer Funds, we follow proven principles, like investing for the long term, so you can ride out the market's ups and downs, and perhaps end up with the second career you've always wanted.
Call your advisor for a prospectus with complete fund information. Read it carefully and carefully consider fund investment objectives, risk, charges, and expenses before investing.
Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest.
If you want to save money, get a car that uses less gas, needs less maintenance, and holds its value better. Get a Toyota, because the bottom line is quality saves money. Toyota has the best overall value of any full-line manufacturer on the road today. That's how the Toyota Camry became the best-selling car in America. Save even more on the 31 mile per gallon rated Camry when you visit your Toyota dealer now to start saving now. Toyota, a great way to keep moving forward.
I wish someone will listen to my financial goals and help me achieve them. I wish someone thought about my bottom line instead of theirs.
I wish someone cared about my financial situation as much as I do.
Do you wish you had a financial institution on your side? With Centra Credit Union, you do. We've been acting in our members' best interest since 1950. Listening, caring, doing what's right. We are Centra Credit Union.
Back here at Wrigley Field, a reminder coming up next on TBS, Game 1 of the AL Division Series between the Red Sox and the Angels. John Lester, the left-hander who had a terrific season, has emerged as one of the best left-handers in the American League, goes against John Lackey in Anaheim. That's coming up next. The first pitch, ball 1 to Casey Blake. Sean Marshall, who came in and got the last out in the 5th inning after the Dodgers scored 4 runs on the grand slam homer by Loney, sent 8 men to the plate. 1-1 to Blake, who was 0 for 2. So James Loney in his 3rd year, and a lot of the good young Dodgers in their 3rd year and just developing. There's a shot first base, handled nicely by Lee, who will beat Blake to the bag for out number 1. And tomorrow on TBS, our Division Series coverage continues with another triple-header. The Rays make their playoff debut as they host the White Sox, and then the Brewers take on the Phillies in Game 2 in Philadelphia. And finally, it's Game 2 of this series between the Dodgers and the Cubs. That's all tomorrow on TBS. Coverage begins at 2 p.m. Eastern with MLB on deck. So the Tampa Bay Rays and the White Sox go at it. The White Sox getting there by virtue of their win last night over the Twins in a 1-0 classic.
What a game pitched by John Danks. 8 scoreless innings. And the big home run by Jim Tomei.
Derek Lowe holds up, and it's 2-0.
Big home run.
461, wow. I think, right?
Wow. I don't know what it looked like to you guys on the booth, but in the booth, but on TV, it just disappeared. You know, the center fielder was looking for it, and we never saw where it landed until we got the replay.
Well beyond the center field fence. And the count 3-0 now, so Marshall falling behind Derek Lowe, who already has reached base by virtue of a walk back in the 3rd inning. On deck, Rafael Furcal. And he walks Lowe on 4 pitches, so the 8th walk given up by Cubs hurlers. 7 by Ryan Dempster and Sean Marshall with his first. You're looking at tonight's Travelers mid-game recap, and before we get to that, there are tomorrow's starting pitchers: Carlos Zambrano, who was 14-6, and Chad Billingsley, 16-10. And Billingsley really the best pitcher for the Dodgers all season.
He was their most consistent starter. Outstanding stuff. This guy throws 95 with a good breaking pitch.
1-0 the count, and going out to the mound is Soto. So here's a closer look at Chad Billingsley and Carlos Zambrano. And of course, sometimes with Zambrano, Ron, you never know what you're going to get.
Well, he can be a very volatile pitcher, of course, out there, but most of the time he uses all the nervous energy in a positive way with those wins.
And the pitch is low and inside, 2-0. And Jason Marquis has begun to throw in the Cubs bullpen, and Larry Rothschild going to the mound. So Marquis, who is an effective 5th starter for the Cubs, because they only need 4 here in the bullpen, and here he is warming up. Well, Boys and Girls Clubs of America is the official charity of Major League Baseball, reaching more than 4 million kids worldwide. Together, they create a positive place for kids. There are the kids getting in a little pepper. Remember Pepper?
That's right. If you can't get in the ballpark, might as well play a little ball.
Where's the bat? Need the bat to play Pepper. Here's Furcal. Been on base twice. Walked his last 2 trips. Takes a fastball for a strike. So you guys would know Rothschild said, look, just go in there and just throw the ball over the plate.
Yeah. It probably wasn't a warm session out there.
That's what I imagine.
So Derek Lowe on at first base for the 2nd time tonight.
I think what happens for young pitchers don't have a lot of experience. He's brought in the heat of the moment, goes out there. He's got all that tension, adrenaline going, and just wants to fire ball right down the middle. Then sits on the bench for a while while his team hits. Then he comes back and goes, oh, wow, pitching to the playoffs. And it starts to sink in.
And there is a strike as Furcal started to make the move toward first base. Gail Scott calling the strike, and it's 3-2.
I think that's a pretty good pitch. I think it's a strike, but when you're all over the strike zone, sometimes you don't get it from the home plate umpire.
The lead at first by Lowe, and striking out is Furcal for out number 2. 2nd strikeout for Sean Marshall. And that will bring up Russell Martin. Well, here is tonight's Travelers mid-game recap. Mark DeRosa with the 2-run homer back in the 2nd inning, and then the grand slam homer by James Loney in the 5th, and that has been the story. So on a night where you didn't expect the long ball because the wind blowing in, we have 2 home runs to account for all the runs. Here's Russell Martin with 2 out and a runner at first. Ball 1 inside. Martin 0 for 2, walked his first time up.
I have to admit, I'm surprised by both of them. The Rosas ball surprised me, but Loney's ball surprised me even more because it went the other way.
Well, he hit it under the radar. It was a low line drive over the fence. Call strike to Martin, and it's 1-1. Jeff Samardzija, who was up earlier for the Cubs, has joined Jason Marquis in the Cubs bullpen. So the Cubs having pitching problems in game one here. Breaking ball getting away from Soto, but Lowe standing his ground, remains at first.
Well, these are always the toughest games, aren't they? Not only for the manager and pitcher coach, but for the catcher when you're trying to work with your pitcher and trying to develop a kind of sequence where you can get hitters out and your pitcher just can't hit his spots.
Yeah.
Manny Ramirez would be next. The count 2-1, and a line drive to left field, and Soriano handles it to retire the side. And the Dodgers leave one. Speaking of Ramirez, Aramis Ramirez will be the leadoff hitter for the Cubs when we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-2, the Dodgers.
Like the ad says, there's hardwood floors throughout.
Nice.
Hey, you want a Bud Light?
Sure. Thanks.
Thank you. By splitting the rent, there's more money for Bud Light.
Great.
Ready to see your room?
Yeah.
Hey, roomies, say hi to Brian. Hi, Brian!
The thing is,
make yourself at home.
Endless refreshment from start to finish. Bud Light keeps it coming.
That chili is not sitting well.
Connect to everything you love in life with BlackBerry.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? Put the jug down. Put it down. This one's cheaper. Listen, your engine's the last place you want to skimp, right? I mean, you want to go with the leader, the one America's counted on for over 80 years. The kind you can put in any make or model. Get it?
Got it.
Good. Let's go, Sparky.
Okay.
When it comes to antifreeze, you're in a car guy knows. Only Prestone is Prestone.
Nice. Look here.
Here's the windup. The pitch is low.
You want passion? You've come to the right place. This is America. Passion was invented here. In your face, my team rocks. Your team couldn't hit the side of a barn passion. And only at Bank of America can you wear your passion on your card. That's my expression banking. You're not just someone with a dull plastic card. You're someone with heart. A little out there, but with heart. Want to let the world know where your passions lie? You can with Bank of America. Bank of Opportunity.
What sits before you is one heavy-duty Gator XUV. There's not a job too tough for its four-wheel drive and independent rear suspension. A machine like this has no business being locked up. It belongs outdoors, forging new trails through the dirt and the mud. The only question is, who's gonna turn it loose? Will it be you?
The MLB Division Series on TBS is presented by BlackBerry. Connect to everything you love in life with BlackBerry. And brought to you in part by MLB Banking from Bank of America. Bank of Opportunity.
Cubs are trailing the Dodgers 4-2, and Aramis Ramirez taking strike one from Derek Lowe here in the last of the 6th. Ramirez 0 for 2, bounced into a double play his last time up. Dodgers have turned 2 double plays tonight. 1-1 the count to Ramirez, followed by Giovanni Soto and Jim Edmonds. Lowe, with 2 runs on 6 hits, has thrown 81 pitches. Dempster threw over 100 before he left. There's a shot to center field. Matt Kemp looking up, and it's off the ivy at the base of the ivy, and Aramis Ramirez will go into second with a double. Leadoff double for the Cubs here in the 6th inning, and Soto will come up as the tying run.
Yeah, looked like a fastball out over the plate. And Ramirez, like we talked about earlier, didn't try to pull it, lines it to right center field, and Kemp doesn't even have a chance to get back there. That ball hit so hard. Gets it back in, and the Cubs had a leadoff runner on.
7th hit for the Cubs. And the first time tonight that they've had the leadoff man aboard. And here's Giovanni Soto. Line to center fielder Kemp his last time up. 0 for 2 on the night, 1-0 the count. And the Dodgers, for the first time tonight, begin bullpen activity as Corey Wade begins to throw. Soto had 23 home runs in the regular season. Cubs record for most rookie home runs was Billy Williams, who hit 25 back in 1961, and Soto just 2 short. And time called as Russell Martin goes to the mound. And Rick Honeycutt, the Dodger pitching coach, does as well. Reminder, coming up next, the Red Sox and the Angels in the first game of their ALDS. And now home plate umpire Dale Scott will go to the mound to break up the conference. Corey Wade getting time to throw. So for the Cubs, Giovanni Soto with the count 2 balls and no strikes. Ramirez with the leadoff double is second. That's his first postseason hit. He was hitless against the Diamondbacks last year and was 0 for 2 here. 2 balls and a strike now to Soto with Jim Edmonds on deck. Fastball evens the count at 2-2.
Hard to do it now, Tony, with 2 strikes, but so much more game to be played.
Yeah.
Just, you know, professional at bat, move the runner along, try to shoot a hit to right field. Tougher now, though, with 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and Soto goes down. And that is the 6th strikeout for Derek Lowe, and there's 1 gone.
What a nice job by Derek Lowe, falling behind in the count, 2-0. Really not giving in, throwing his pitches, making Soto hit his pitch. Got him there with a 2-2 slider.
So here's Jim Edmonds, who has a single. He's 1 for 2. 5 of the 7 Cub hits have come from hitters 6 through 9 in their lineup, and that's one of the big differences in the Cubs this year. The bottom part of the order, which was ineffective a year ago, has come through for them.
Well, 5 guys with 20 more home runs, 5 guys with 80 or more RBIs. When you have that kind of balance, never let the pitcher, as you can in the National League down at the bottom of some of those lineups, have any easy outs.
And another conference at the mound as Martin goes out. And in case you're wondering, Takashi Saito, who's been bothered with an elbow injury, would be the closer for Joe Torre tonight. Jonathan Broxton would be the setup man. So if you're looking ahead to possible late inning pitching for the Dodgers, that would be the plan expressed by Joe Torre to us. 1-0 the count to Edmonds. Mark DeRosa's on deck, and the pitch misses. 2-0. So on deck for the Cubs is DeRosa, who's accounted for their 2 runs with a home run back in the 2nd inning. Followed that up with a single. So a chance for the Cubs here in the 6th inning.
A little trouble here between Derek Lowe and Russell Martin get on the same game plan. Called him out before, really, to change signs.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Veteran hitter and a veteran runner at second base.
And a strike on the outside corner. So it's 2-1. Jim Edmonds, great pickup for the Cubs this year. 4-time All-Star, has won 8 Gold Gloves. Great veteran to have around, and a ground ball hit sharply to DeWitt. He'll make the play at first as Ramirez will go to third base with 2 down.
Well, Lowe's been outstanding all night long, keeping that ball down. I think the key for him is that he's targeted Soriano for that slider. He's painted that fastball when he's had to. He's pitched in on the left-handers, which you have to do. And then, of course, big strikeouts in big situations by a big pitcher.
So here's Mark DeRosa, 2 for 2 with the 2-run homer back in the 2nd inning. And the Cubs would like nothing else to climb to within 1 run. First pitch 1-0 if DeRosa can bring home Ramirez from third. 1-0 the count. Corey Wade not throwing anymore, but standing up in the bullpen. Fly ball hit to right field. Ethier going back and is there to make the catch close to the line to retire the side. So the Cubs waste a leadoff double by Ramirez. It remains 4-2 the Dodgers.
Critics across the country are raving about Appaloosa.
I'm a new city marshal. That man.
Appaloosa delivers thunderous action.
That's what we do. It is, ain't it?
It's a classic in the tradition of Unforgiven. Appaloosa. Rated R. Now playing in select cities everywhere this Friday.
Shotgun. Shotgun. Oh, come on. We'll be in the car.
Always designated driver, and please drink responsibly.
Here at this modern-day watering hole, this urban Serengeti, it's man meets reptile.
So, Lucy, what are you doing?
It's a little online shopping.
You should check out Geico.com, get a free rate quote. If you like what you see, you can buy it online, over the phone, or at your local Geico office.
Cool.
Remarkable. Oh, no. Help! Did you hear something?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
It's the American League Division Series. Exhibit A, K-Rod, Vladdy, and the Halos have a mission. 100 wins! Defeat the nation that knocked them out twice before.
What a thing of beauty!
Exhibit B, Poppy, Becky, Pedroia, and the rest of the Red Sox are looking to repeat. Angels, Red Sox. It's a series you'll have to see.
Oh, man!
There's only one October.
Coming to TNT, sometimes bad guys make the best good guys. See Academy Award winner Timothy Hutton in the all-new TNT series Leverage this December, only on TNT. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Dodgers against Sean Marshall, who remains in there. He's worked an inning and a third, and will face Manny Ramirez, Andre Ethier, and James Loney. Ramirez has been on base twice, with a single and a walk. And got fooled on that first pitch and fouls it off his fist for a strike.
Well, it's interesting. Luz wanted to stay away from Ramirez, but really hasn't been able to. He had a 2-run lead, so you got to pitch to him. Here he's got a left-hander to face him because Ethier's behind Ramirez. He's got to leave him in to face Manny.
With the pitcher spot coming up, exactly right. Got to pitch to him.
The 0-1 and another pitch fouled off of Manny's foot and had to sting a little bit. So far Marshall going in tight to Manny on the first 2 pitches.
See, they crowd him. Late on that swing. Normally you foul a ball off.
But the front foot.
Oh, the front foot, yeah. But he was spinning off of it anyway and fouls it off his back foot.
Cubs with Jeff Samardzija, who has been up 3 times so far in this game. Marshall's 0-2 pitch to Manny, and a foul out of play. Ryan Dempster started for the Cubs, worked 4 2/3 innings, gave up 4 runs, grand slam homer to James Loney, 4 hits, and walked 7, and that was his season's high. Struck out 2. So there you have the pitcher who's been dominant at home against a team that hadn't won in your park all year. That was before Manny arrived, however, and Dempster just didn't have it tonight. Fly ball hit to left center field, deep, way back, and this one is well up into the bleachers. A home run for Manny Ramirez. And the Dodgers now lead it 5-2. That got out of here like a rocket.
There just aren't a lot of guys in the world who can hit that pitch as far as he hit it.
And that is his 25th career postseason home run.
Look where that ball is. It's almost on the ground.
Looks like a shoot top home run.
You were talking about Tiger Woods earlier. That's a 7-iron right there.
Well up into the bleachers in left center field. And now the Dodgers lead by 3 runs. And here is Andre Ethier, who has walked twice. And the most all-time 25 career postseason home runs. And the first pitch, ball 1 to Ethier. Fun in the Dodger dugout in the clubhouse. I don't think we saw that before Manny arrived in LA.
Well, I was watching the pitcher Marshall. He had the deer in the headlights after giving up that home run because I know he's saying to himself, that's my best curveball.
Pop up, DeRosa. And you see the wind handle that one, makes the catch for out number 1 here in the 7th.
Watch the balance. Just kind of drops the barrel on it.
That's just there are plenty of guys that can get a bat on that ball. There's maybe nobody. Maybe Pujols, maybe 2 guys. Maybe Pujols can hit that ball that far.
Yeah.
Into the Chicago night. And here is James Loney. So all the runs tonight have come on home runs. Manny just hit 1. Samardzija continues to throw. Loney, who hit the grand slam homer in the 5th inning. And of course, DeRosa put the Cubs in front with a 2-run homer back in the 2nd inning.
Well, just a hanging split finger right in the middle of the plate. Nice hitting by James Loney. All around good player. Loney's going to win himself a Gold Glove someday too.
Outstanding first baseman. Of course, the Cubs have one in Derek Lee, who's a brilliant fielder as well. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Loney on the off-speed pitch strikes out. 2 gone here in the 7th inning. Corey Wade, he is up again in the Dodger bullpen. So we have Samardzija for Chicago and Corey Wade for Los Angeles throwing.
You know, the nice balance, though, of this Dodger lineup. Ramirez right-handed, Ethier left-handed, Loney left, Matt Kemp right, back with DeWitt. Hard to take Marshall out of the game.
Yep.
And the first pitch to Matt Kemp is on the outside corner for a strike. Marshall has struck out 3. And the only mistake was to Manny Ramirez. Many pitchers have done that before, haven't they? Breaking pitch inside, 1-1.
This is going to sound strange. I don't really know if that was a mistake to Manny. That ball was at his ankle.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. Sometimes, you know, he's so great that you can make your pitch and he can do damage.
Well, I guess when you can hit it that far, that's a mistake.
1-1. 2-1 now to Kemp. Well, the addition of number 99, Manny Ramirez, and the Dodgers felt coming into the series, different lineup, different offensive situation for them against the Cubs, as Kemp swings and misses 2-2.
Well, we've looked at this a bunch of, look at how he bends over at the waist and still stays in control with the barrel.
You're right, that was not a mistake. It was Manny Ramirez.
Yes, yeah.
Doing what he does. Breaking pitch, just getting a piece of it.
And remember,
is Matt Kemp.
Remember, that was the pitch after he fouled one off his foot. It's almost like I'm going to get a little wider, not stride, and just use my hands.
And his back foot, not his front foot, his back foot.
And you know what's interesting here is that everyone thinks that he's just a jovial character, just wants to have fun and do silly things out there. But he looks at a lot of tape in the clubhouse of other pitchers, not of himself, but of other pitchers. And of course, has set an example with the extra batting taken in the cage in the outfield, and others have followed suit.
And this is historically a tough place to get your extra work in because the cage is underneath the bleachers in right field.
It's like working in a garage.
Exactly.
Concern on the face of Lou Piniella. Joe Torre hoping his team can maintain the lead. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Matt Kemp. And Kemp strikes out. That is the second strikeout this inning. 4 for Sean Marshall. But Manny Ramirez leading off with a home run. What an easy stroke it seemed. And the Dodgers now with a 5-2 lead as we go to the 8th.
Everyone thinks I was sent to terminate John Connor. Really, I just want to hang out and watch his DirecTV. He just got 4 months of their best TV package for free. Maybe I need to work on my people skills. Get out.
Terminate cable and get our best offer of the year. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
Susan first came to us with a problem booking vacations. She'd be 1 click away when her fear that the price would drop left her paralyzed. So we started her treatment with Orbit's price assurance to create a safe booking environment. Ah, the joy on Susan's face when she booked that trip. This is important stuff we're doing.
Orbit's price assurance. If another customer books the same flight for less, we'll automatically send you the difference in cash.
You spend your working life taking care of your number. Retire, and it can take care of you. With help from ING, you can use your number to get steady income in retirement. Do you know your number? Learn more at ingyournumber.com. ING, your future made easy.
Save more than ever before during GCO Flooring Outlet's 50-50-50 sale. Yes, you'll save an incredible 50% off new carpet. Save 50% off select wood, laminate, and tile floors too, and then take 50 months to pay interest-free. Only at GCO Flooring Outlet. Plus, GCO's flooring deals are in stock. Take your new floor home today. That's half off carpet, hardwood, laminate, and tile, and 50 months to pay. For the first time ever, this week only at GCO Flooring Outlet.
Pay way less the GCO way.
Kids, saving energy starts at the furnace.
A professional tune-up every year keeps it safe and energy efficient.
Good, Carmen.
But you should also change your furnace filter regularly.
That's right, Ethan.
Replacing dirty filters can add years to the life of your furnace.
Get all the facts and more ways to save some green by visiting midamericanenergy.com/EE.
Mid-American Energy.
Rookie Corey Wade is the new pitcher for the Dodgers. In for Derek Lowe, native of Ogden, Utah, just 24 years old, facing Ryan Terrio. And the first pitch in for a strike. And the Cubs have Mike Fontenot on deck, who will bat for Sean Marshall. So Derek Lowe working 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. The 2-run homer to DeRosa, and then settle down nicely, guys.
Well, I think for Derek Lowe, one of the keys is I think he could have went 1 more inning, but I think when you get a pitcher up in a cooler game like this, Joe figures if he gets him up, let's get him in. And you talked about it, Dick. Wade, Broxton, Saito.
Fouled off by Terrio. No balls and 2 strikes. Terrio 1 for 2, singled his last time. So if the Cubs have been dependent on the bottom third of their order coming through this year, they would need Terrio to get something going here with the pinch hitter to follow and then the top of the order. 1 and 2 now. Ryan Terrio played at LSU, and you would guess that with his French name. 1 and 2, just getting a piece of it back on the screen.
Well, the thing about bullpens is that there's a certain pecking order, and that pecking order can change during the course of the season. And rookie Corey Wade has moved up that pecking order because when Saito went on the disabled list, Broxton closed, Wade moved into that 8th inning slot.
Off the fist, and a ground ball to Loney, who will make the play unassisted for the first out. Let's look at Manny Ramirez close up. He homered last inning.
Let's take one more look at this now. Watch when his foot hits the ground. See him control the knob of the bat. Controlling the knob of the bat, you're going to control the barrel. You see he got a little bit bent over, but basically his weight had stayed back, and he was able to drive that ball 400 and some odd feet.
Well, Tom Bertucci, you've been down there watching Manny swings up close and personal.
You got to be amazed because both those last 2 at-bats, guys, came off of 0-2 counts. Ryan Dempster was 1 strike away from getting out of that big 5th inning, and Manny extended that at-bat, saw 4 more pitches and drew the walk. This last time, 0-2, fouled off a pitch, got to another pitch, and Tony, you saw that 2-strike approach. He went 390 feet.
Pinch hitter Mike Fontenot batting for Marshall, singles to center field with 1 out.
Nice job by Fontenot coming off the bench.
That is the 8th hit of the game for the Cubs, and here is Alfonso Soriano. And the Cub fans waiting for Soriano to finally break out in postseason. Struggled against the Diamondbacks last year, 0 for 3 and 2 strikeouts so far in this game 1. Corey Wade's first pitch in there for a strike. On deck is Kosuke Fukudome. Lou Pinella's Cubs trying to play catch up here at home in game 1, down by 3 runs. And it's fouled off, and 2 strikes already to the Cubs leadoff hitter. And you were talking about the format for getting to the closer Saito. Jonathan Broxton is indeed warming up in the Dodger bullpen. Up and in. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Broxton did a pretty good job when Saito was out as the closer.
Well, he has closer kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he throws 95, 96 miles an hour. Good razor blade slider. Saito, of course, with that long tenure in Japan as a closer.
1-2 pitch, and he gets jammed, and a pop-up. Blake DeWitt going out, calling for it and making the catch for the 2nd out. So Soriano now 0 for 4, and Fukudome coming up with 2 down. Get exclusive camera angles, behind-the-scenes info, and more online with TBS Hot Corner. Check it out now at MLB.com/TBS Hot Corner. So it has been a quiet crowd on the north side tonight after the raucous scene for the White Sox last night, as Fukudome takes high ball 1, 0 for 3. Reached on an error last time up. And Wade falls behind 2-0. Fastball on the outside edge, 2-1. So the Cubs trying to break a 100-year drought. And of course, this is just the first step, the division series. Indians gone 60 years without winning a title. The Giants, 54 years. And the Rangers, 48. And another strike on the outside corner. Wade, great location here against Fukudome with 2 out.
Well, there's another guy that keeps the ball down on the knees, just right off that corner on pitch tracks.
And Fukudome strikes out to retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left. We'll see a new pitcher for the Cubs. Remains the Dodgers 5, Cubs 2.
Take me out to the ballpark.
Take me out with the crowd. Hold on. What does that even mean? Can't y'all meet me there? I don't want to travel with the crowd. Come on.
TBS Tuesdays. All new episodes. Ow! All new characters.
Let us dance.
All new sketches.
It's a great song. I was glad I could add to it.
All new Frank TV. TBS Tuesdays starting October 21st.
Only on TBS. Very funny.